It's for somebody special. Yeah.
Hello, welcome back to Nails by Stephanie. If you are not aware, I have changed the name of this channel to my actual name, which is Stephanie. I named it Sora back in 2002 when I created the channel because I thought I would be, creative and interesting and combine the names of my cats, Zora and Soleil. So that's how I got Sora. It was actually originally Dip by Night because at that point I was doing predominantly dip manicures, but that changed quite quickly. So I changed it from Dip by Night to NailsBySora. But now that I'm actually a licensed nail tech working in the industry, people call the nail salon all the time asking for Sora, and there is no Sora. So I decided to go through the process of changing the name on all of my socials. So officially I am now Nails by Soleil. Welcome back to the channel. And I hope there has not been too much confusion because I know while the name of the site changed a while ago, a little bit over a month at this point, this is the first video that's going to go live where it actually says Nails by, I believe, where it says Nails by Stephanie, and I'm saying welcome to Nails by Stephanie. Hopefully I'll be able to remember my own name. But this is a video that I'm kind of shoehorning into the schedule because as of right now, it is Monday, October 7th. We are waiting on Hurricane Milton to show his face. I am on the southeast coast of Florida, so I'm only expecting tropical storm or category 1. But Tampa, you know better than I do at this point what has happened. Expecting to be category 3 or 4. Hopefully everyone who needs to be prepared is prepared. But this weekend is Yom Kippur, which is the Jewish holiday of atonement. And I had originally planned to do another Halloween set, but I thought it would be kind of odd to go into temple with nail art for a pagan ritual. So I decided to try to keep it as clean as possible. I have done something very similar to this before. At the beginning of this year, around the second week in January, I did a white and gold marbling. And I forgot I had done that and was preparing to do it again, and then was like, do I want to do it again? Because I try not to repeat nail art techniques on this channel or on my hands. I try to do something new every time. So I started off doing a French and was going to add some gold into that. I didn't like the way it looked. And then I tried using the flash glitter that I have and did all 5 nails and hated it and had to clean it up and get rid of it. So now my nails on my left hand are kind of a wonky shape again, not loving it at all, but I do love the design. So I'm going to show you how I did it on my left hand by doing it on my right hand. And as always, ignore the cuticle on my middle finger. I can't get it going right. It's just not good. But I'm going to start off with 2 coats of this Milky White by Tiny. And then we're going to get into the marbling, which is really straightforward. If I'd stuck with my original idea, I would have been done inside of 15 to 20 minutes with my left hand. And instead it took me an hour and a half. So that's where we are right now. Okay, so the next step is really the only step and really quite easy. I do have some gel left on the palette from doing my left hand, but I want to create a little bit more. So I'm taking Milky White and just doing some thick lines, leaving some space in between. And this is going to help spread the bright white that we want to create the marbling effect. So we're going to put the bright white right next to one of the lines. And then we're going to take some of the gold glitter gel, which is from DGel. Number 90, FG90. And we're going to do the same thing going right down the center. You can see they're already bleeding together. That's okay. Just going to do one line. And then take a water marbling tool or a dotting pen, whatever you have, toothpick, and you just want to feather them together. You can go one way, go back the other way. And then what we're going to do is use blooming gel. This one is from Makartt. I got it on Amazon. I will link it down below. You want to go and paint a pretty thin layer. You don't want it too thick because you're going to be adding a bunch of gel on top. This is just going to help it spread. If you don't have blooming gel, you can use base coat, and that should work just fine as well. Then grab a flat brush. Go ahead and scoop up some of the gel. I'm going to take some from what's already on the palette from before. And you want to just float it over the top. I'm not dragging down into the gel. I'm literally just laying it down on top and letting it come together. All right, so anyone that's been on this channel before knows that I frequently get interrupted whenever I'm doing my nails. So I finished my thumb since blooming gel, it's going to keep blooming and moving across the nail. As soon as you like what you see, you need to get it in the lamp and cure it. So I did that off camera, and I will go through the process again on my subsequent fingers. So going in again with a thin coat of the blooming gel over the entire nail. You can do this to, you can be very selective with where you place it, just to make sure that you don't have gel blooming where you don't want it. So if you wanted to just do a marble effect across the top of your nail or the bottom of your nail, that's where you put the blooming gel, and then that's where you put the design. So that way it will, stick to the area that you want it. Having said that, if you do that, be aware that you're going to have a ledge with where you place the gel. So you want to try to lay down as little gel as possible to get the effect that you want. So we're going to go ahead once again and do the same thing as before. And then if you want also, you can go ahead with a liner brush, pick up the color that you want a little bit more of, and lay that in a little bit more precisely.
Would you wait for me, girl? I know, ain't no distance, ain't no time to get me back to you. Coach, yeah, give me coach, yeah. yeah, to get me back to you, yeah, nah, yeah, to get me back to you. And I deny it's a ghost. And if God is my witness, now you be my weakness, my no be boss. See Oluwa don't bless me, not true no be ghost ride. If they say I didn't listen, babe, you're the one that I'm missing, girl, and my darling, would you wait for me, girl? Yeah, cause now you did cross my mind. Would you wait for me, girl? I know, ain't no distance, ain't no time to get me back to you, coach. Nah, coach. Yeah, get me back to you. Oh, nah, coach. Nah, coach. Yeah, to get me back to you.
All right, so we've got the base of our design. If you like it the way you have it, then go ahead, base coat, top coat, and you are all finished. But I went in and put in some gold lining on my left hand, so I'm going to do the same on my right hand. I'm just going to use my gold gel paint. You can use whatever gold you have. And I just want to make sure that they're really thin lines that add and don't detract. And by detract, I mean you don't want the focus to be pulled away, where you go, oh, look, gold line. You want it to look like it's really part of the design. So I'm not really placing the brush down too heavily. I'm going with the lines that are already there. And I may put one in that kind of goes off in a different direction, kind of like a branch, just like that. But I want to make sure that they're connected to each other so it looks purposeful. And this gold gel paint is really good because it's quite thick. It's not going to move on the nail, so you don't have to worry about doing each finger individually and then curing it. You can do all of your nails at once, cure, and then you're done. And if you decide to put it on afterwards, if it's an afterthought, you didn't think that you wanted it, but then you top coated your nail and now you think you do want it, it dries non-tacky. So you can go ahead and put it on after your top coat without any problems. Now, I will say that what you should do definitely is trying to figure out where to put this next line, is base coat before you top coat, because you do have different levels of paint going on with the blooming gel. You want to make sure you completely encapsulate everything and get a smooth surface so that that light line is really nice and clean. Okay, so I've base coated, I've top coated, I'm done torturing myself. Thank you for joining me. I'm going to go ahead and hydrate my cuticles and hopefully help heal whatever's going on here. I've always been bad with my cuticles. That's one of the reasons why I started doing my nails when I was younger, was an effort to stop picking. I have cuticle nippers in every room that I have in my home. I have obviously the ones at the salon. I have cuticle nippers in my car, because every time there is a loose piece of skin, I am picking at it. And I managed to overdo it when I was trimming my cuticles last week. So they've been rough and ragged ever since, and I've just been exacerbating it. So I will try to stop that. I'm done with the cuticle oil. I'm done with this video. Thank you once again for joining me. If you have any comments or questions as to the products or the techniques I used in this video, please drop it down below in the comment section. And I, of course, will put all of the information for the products I used in the description box below. Once again, if the name of the channel has changed to Nails by Stephanie, thank you for sticking with me, and I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.
Que leve love já para